So if I now talk about persistence profile, so persistence profile, we have different persistence. First one is source address persistence. But before that, guys, I will show you some diagram representative so that you can get what exactly is persistence. So I will make one user. I have one user, let's say Kevin, and I have a web server here. And in web server, we have a website hosted sianets.com. Now, guys, by default, if I say HTTP protocol by default is a stateless. If someone asks you HTTP is stateful or stateless, you need to tell them by default HTTP is stateless protocol. Now, guys, if I say that I want HTTP to be stateful, so which term will help me? Persistence is the answer for that. Persistence is a concept which makes your HTTP session stateful. So what happened in IT world, guys? Stateful means there is a table where they will give you an interaction. What happens with this customer? What happened with this client? But in stateless, there is no session. There is no session table. It does not make, so it's like a same concept, firewall. Stateless means there is no track of your interaction. Stateful means there is a track of your interaction. So let's say when Kevin wants to connect to sianets.com, he types sianets.com, and that is the home page. So in that case, what it will get? It will get one home page. Now, guys, now he wants to get F5 LTM course. So what he will type? He will go to sianets.com and he wants to look over the details of F5 LTM. So it will get the details of F5 LTM, syllabus and all the things. Now, again, it is, he wants to download the syllabus. Now he make one more request, one more connection. In that case, he will get a response. But right now in this session, there is no stateful nature. Your, let's say F5 does not come to know whether this client is same or not. He does not have any record of sessions or interaction. There is no previous record. So each interaction is, this interaction will be different, this interaction will be different, this interaction will be different. So that is called stateless. Now, what does stateful mean here? The same thing I will take in stateful nature. We have Kevin, we have web server, and web server is sianets.com. Now, again, he wants to buy some courses. He go to this website, vncph.store.courses. Now he wants to buy F5 ASM. Now he will get one entry with cart details like 1, 2, 3. Now he add this ASM course in his cart. After that, guys, he wants to take Palo Alto tech videos. He does not have payment done today. Now he takes Palo Alto tech videos also after 30 minutes. That is, there will be one record for that also, let's say 4, 5, 6. So what will happen is, in this case, your website, when Kevin logins, he will have interaction stored. He will have F5 ASM stored, Palo Alto also gets stored. So that is one means stateful. It knows that this Kevin user came to this website and he has already added F5 ASM and Palo Alto tag. So it will remain in your cart because it has an interaction ID number stored. So it means these entities interact with each other in a manner that it keeps track of previous interaction also. It knows that Kevin previously purchased ASM videos. Not purchased, but added in your cart. So that is also same works like Palo Alto or Flipkart.com, any website you go. So in originally HTTP is a stateless, means there is no interaction what is happening. But when I talk about stateful, then persistence is the answer. Persistence helps you to make HTTP protocol stateful. It makes a track of your interaction. That is why, guys, when customer is using this e-commerce website, in that case, there are interaction, right? You might go to your product. You want to see what courses are available. Then you add items in your shopping cart. That is another interaction. Then you pay the item. In all this scenario, it will go to the same server throughout your session until your checkout is completed. So such interactions are called stateful interactions. So what happens in this case? There is a cookie, state table, or you can say session. So there are session and cookie. So there are two state management tables here. One is called session, one is called cookie. So what does session mean, guys? Can anyone tell me what is session? So when user connects to your server for a first time, there will be a session created or not? And this session which will be created, will it stored somewhere? So it will be stored in your server memory. So when user connect to your server for a first time, your session will be created and stored in your server memory, and it will be associated with this user. So sometimes you have seen, right, as an application developer or as a digital marketing. Today, guys, I am Sianets.com. Now Vidit sir has asked a developer that can you tell me in new year how many users visited website and showed interest for F5 LTM. I want to get a record in a new year how many users showed interest to buy F5 LTM. So guys, that is where sessions or cookie helps to determine, guys. So application developer use this session data to see whether customers are coming from India. Let's say I want to see that how many customers came to my website from India, how many customers came to my website from US, guys. All this detail helps by session. So applications developers or digital marketing people, they use this session area. Okay, guys. So that is what is helping to make stateful table. It will stored in the memory. It will keep track of your previous interactions. So there comes persistence concept where it will store your persistence table. So I will show you that. So when I talk about big IP persistence, guys, in big IP persistence, F5 will store a table. In that table, it will have client data. It will also have pool member data. That this client connected to which pool member. So next time if a same client comes in, F5 will make sure that it will go to the same pool member throughout the life of your record. So that is a persistence concept. So it helps or track store persistence data such as specific pool member that previously served by a client connection. So now the first persistence is your source address. So what does source address persistence means is, guys, when a client comes in, I have one client with IP 192.168.1.7. I have an IP 192.168.1.10. Now I have F5. Now I have three servers. Now, guys, very important term here. This is an interview question. When first connection comes to client, he connects to F5 and he wants to access this website. In this case, whether persistence comes into picture, guys, anyone? When first connection comes to F5 from client, let's say Kevin, what it will do, guys? Will it perform load balancing algo or will it send to your persistence table? I'm saying when client connects initially to your virtual server, what will happen? Whether persistence will come into picture or simple load balancing will happen. Very important interview question. In this case, guys, simple answer is there is no record. It's a new interaction. So first, F5 will check what is the load balancing algo. It checks that you have a round robin algo. So it chooses your server mode. So client connects to a virtual server, it load balance to, let's say, server 1. Now in this case, when server responds to F5, now F5 will store a record. Now it will make a record that this Kevin client connects to server 1. So it will save Kevin number, IP address of your client plus pool member. Pool member is server 1 plus it will store the timer. For how long the record should be maintained. So these are the three things it stores in your persistence table. First, IP address of your client. Second, to which server it has stored, pool member, details, and timer. I will show this on the lab also. Now the subsequent connection from the same client. Let's come to F5. F5 now. Next request come, guys, from this IP. What it will do, guys? Anyone? Now subsequent connection is coming from same client. This is client. What will it will do now? Now F5 will check your persistence record. Whether I have a record of this. Now it will check. Oh, I have a record for Camin. It has connected to server 1. Now F5 will forward request again to server 1. That is called source address persistence, guys. So what I will do, let's do a lab for this. I will have two source IP. So source 1, source 2, Kevin, and second one is Priya. Let's take two table. I will quickly have my XP machine, my outside machine. I will check whether it's on server or it's on. So I will add in my external network because this machine should be in your external network. It should work as your browser. So I will just close this. Now I will see what is the IP it is getting. I will go here in command prompt and I will type IP config. Right now it's taking your different IP. Now I will go to properties, IPv4. I will obtain IP address automatically so that it takes from my 192.168.1.some network. So guys, can you see this? I have two. Now I will take my machine IP is my name is Kevin. I am taking this IPS 1.7. Now another machine I have is this one, that is 192.168.1.13. Now I will create F5 new virtual server and I will add source address persistence in that. And we will see when this client comes in, where F5 selects, let's say, server 1. Now next time it comes, it will go to same server or not. That is our lab scenario. Again, I am saying I am taking two clients. This is my laptop. This is my machine. And I will create one new virtual server and I will add persistence profile. Then we will see how the records are maintained. I will quickly create a virtual server. Create. I will say source address VS IP 192.168.1.45. So let's see how it works. Now I will select, let's say, 80 port. Now all things are fine. Source address, everything is fine. Finished. Now what I will do is, guys, I have a pool. This one is the pool. Here I will create one new pool quickly. Pool of RGB server. I have 3 servers I will make. Health monitor TCP, and I will add pool member here 10.2.2.30, port number 80, 31, 80, 32. So these were my 3 servers. So I am adding this. Okay, so it's saying that it's already in by. Okay, there we have already have this. So I will delete all this. Actually, we have already have this. So I'm just calling this blue, green, red. So see, it has come up. Now what we need to do, guys? I will go to my virtual server. I have this source address persistence table. What I need to do, guys? Anyone? Where I need to go? I need to bind this pool members. I will go to resources. I will go to default pool and add this pool of, what is the pool name? Pool of RGB. Resources, pool of RGB. Update. So it is a revision for you guys also. So see guys, this virtual server came up. Now, where I need to call this persistent? My first thing, I've created a virtual server. I've created a pool with 3 servers, RGB servers. Now, third thing is I need to call persistence profile. So where I need to call persistence here, guys. So I will say source address persistence update. I will click update. It's done. Okay. Now what I will do, guys, I have a virtual server statistics 000. I will also go to pool and check whether all the connections are 00. Now I will access my virtual server 192.168.1.45. Initially it has taken blue. Why it is coming blue again, guys? Can you see this? Even I open another browser, it is coming blue. I have a load balancing algo for RGB server, but it is coming blue again, guys. Even I refresh, it is coming blue. Why? When I don't have persistence, it was coming red, green, blue. But now I have a persistence. Why it is going to blue server? Anyone? If I access from this machine, let's see where it goes. I will open Chrome from another client and see. Even I open another, let's say Firefox. Let's say if I have Firefox or Google Chrome. I will check from Google Chrome also. 192, 168, 1.45. See guys, again it's coming blue. Now if I go here my IP gets changed. Let's see whether blue comes or something else. Refresh. Now if I close this, luckily by both it's coming blue. Here there should be. So let me now go into persistence. Now what I will do is guys, first I will go to red and green also guys. I need to check routing table. Just hold on. Root, root. Actually, I think I changed the route. So just give me 1 minute. Root. Okay, 50. Fine. I was just checking that. Now, how to check the persistence table, guys? So to go to persistence table, you need to go to statistics, module statistics. Here, local traffic. Now here there is a persistence record table. Can you see by default this persistence record is disabled. So you need to go to putty and enable this record table. So you can see the table. In production it is enabled, but here it's not enabled. So I'm just enabling it. So this command I'm just typing here. This same command I will copy and type it. This is making your record table enable. TMSH. I will go again into persistence. Can you see this, guys? You have a client IP, what is the persistence, and you have the virtual server. And can you see this age? If I refresh, let's say 180 seconds cross, then I will again access and you will see different page. So what I will do, guys, I will go into this. I will close this. I will go to Mozilla. Okay. 192.168, 1.45. What I will do, I will still it's going here. Now I will wait for this timeout 180 seconds to get expired. So now I will access from this browser. See, can you see this? I have this record still there, but from this laptop, this persistence record is removed. Again, it's going to blue. So yeah, see guys, now it has changed to green. Now I will see the record. Can you see this, guys? Now that timeout got expired from my laptop for 180 seconds. I did not connect it again. After 180 seconds, this is my laptop IP. This has changed into green server. Previously it was blue server. So that is how it keeps the record. That is where your timeout question was coming into picture. Now, guys, now another question someone was having was, I will draw this. See, 43 seconds. Now in between your green server goes down. Let me mark it quickly down. So what happens right now? It's going to green. I will just show you from another window. This is going to green. Now I will mark that server in between down. So what happens in that? Your question was in between that server goes down. What will happen? I will shut down. I will go here. I will see where the persistence see. 23 seconds. We will see. I will see. Let me check into pools. See, green is down. I'll go here into statistic, local traffic. Now I will check. Can you see, guys? Even if it is green, down, it has changed into your, even it was having a record, but due to health monitor guide, it got down. So it has changed. There is no outage. It is not going to green server again. When green server goes down, it will automatically transfer to red server based on your health monitor. That's what I was saying it. You will not face any outage. Even there is a persistence record. I have shown you through live example. So what was happening? Your client machine, my machine IP was 1.9. It was going to the green server, but I shut down that green server. It has shifted from green to red. There is no outage. So you need to do all labs for that, guys. You until you don't do the lab, you will not get concept. So your questions is answered here. Now I will refresh. Now, guys, can you tell me? It was showing blue. If I now refresh it, what it will come here? Because persistence record has removed. Now let's see. I'll just maybe sometimes it comes from cache, so you can clear it. I will just still coming blue. Let's see. Again, maybe it has chosen blue server. So let's see whether there is a. See, again it has choose blue. Now I will shut down blue server. What will happen? I will power off. Where is my red server? I'm just checking the routing table of red server also. Root, root. Okay. Now I have shut down. Okay, I have shut down the blue server. Now I will go here, local traffic pools. I will go here and check. See, now green is down, blue is down. I will go into statistics, local traffic, persistence table. Can you see still there is a blue server here? 10.2.2.32 is blue. Now I will go to that XP machine. I will refresh. See, guys, did I face any outage? Again, it is going to red server. Now, if I see here in persistence table, let's see. See, guys, I hope this answers Fazil's and other questions. So this is an example of source address persistence. It is based on your IP address. Even you are changing your browsers, still persistence record is there. Until this entry gets expired, it will go to the same server throughout the session. Until session timeout gets expired, it will go to the same server. Okay, guys. So what I will do, I will turn on all my servers. And guys, one important question for you all. In between I told you I will keep discussing interview questions also. My question is, I have F5. I have client. At backend, I have one pool with red server. I have only one server. Do I need persistence here? Do I need a persistence profile here? Anyone? If I have only one server in a pool, do I need a persistence profile? No, guys. In that case, persistence profile there will be no impact. Always it will go to same server. Persistence comes into picture when you have multiple pool members in your pool. So that same client subsequent request goes to the same server. Now another important one is your cookie persistence. We discussed about source address where it was making a table and it was going to the particular server based on your IP address. Now what is cookie persistence? So in this case, guys, first of all, what is cookie? Anyone? So cookie is your small, or I can say a data that is stored in your browser. So it is a text file, or you can say any data which is present in your browser. So it's you can say cookie is a bits of data that is stored in your browser. And until it is stored, it will go to the same server. And it is shared between your client browser and web application. So cookie provides a mechanism for maintaining and managing your HTTP application. Maintaining and managing state. So that is what it's making stateful in your HTTP application. So cookie always comes when you use HTTP application, guys. Anyone can tell me, I don't have HTTP profile in my virtual server. Another important question, I don't have an HTTP profile in my virtual server. Will cookie persistence works? When I create a virtual server, I don't have HTTP profile. Will cookie persistence works? No, guys. Cookie persistence will not work because cookie works on HTTP layer. And I will show you cookie always comes in your HTTP request and response header. So you need to, F5 needs to see the packet data, what is coming for cookie. Accordingly, it will decide. In source address persistence, guys, there was a persistence record. According to that, it was forwarding a packet. But in cookie persistence, guys, it will check the HTTP packet. It will check your HTTP packet. Okay, guys. So what I need to do is, so when I talk about cookie persistence, guys, what I will do, I will create a quick virtual server. Cookie vs. I will add 192.168.1.55, port number 80. Now I'm not calling HTTP profile, guys. Let's see what is the error it will get. I will select pool here, pool of RGB. I will finish. Now I will go to cookie virtual server. I will go to resources. Here I will select cookie. Let's see what will it take it or not, or will it throw an error. In front of you guys, cookie persistence, what it is saying. It requires your HTTP profile to be associated. Don't cram anything, guys. It will throw an error. Cookie persistence require an HTTP profile to be associated with your virtual server. Please make a note of this. Important interview question. Very, very important. So I hope you guys now understand the logic, because this is important. You should know this term, why it is required. Because cookie persistence require persistence HTTP. It requires HTTP profile. Why? Because it works on layer 7. Now let's discuss. Let's do a quick lab. I will call in virtual server HTTP profile, then I will create a cookie persistence. Let's do a lab. There are 3 types in cookie persistence we will discuss. I will first go to this virtual server. I will go to cookie virtual server. Now here, what I will do, I will call an HTTP profile. Update. Can you see whether it's thrown an error? See. Now I will call cookie here. Update. Now we will see if there is any issues in this. See guys, did it throw any error? No guys, it did not throw any error. Now guys, what I will do is, I will go to Windows machine. I will close this browser and I will open Wireshark also. And let's see what happens. I will start and I will access the virtual server. Now I will refresh. Okay. Now I will see here. Can you see this? There is a cookie. If I click here, one from this side, I will click the details. Cookies. Can you see this, guys? It is giving the where it is stored in your browser. Initially, it will perform a load balancing algo, but after that, it will stored in your browser. And according to that, it will go to the same server. I will show through packet capture also. So where you did, I have just gone here. I'll stop the capture also. Just hold on. So what I did, I just accessed my website. I have opened this cookie. And this cookie, I can see name of my RGB server. That is how cookie is stored in your browser. I will close this. I will show you in Wireshark capture also. Let me just filter here by HTTP. So first get packet 200. Okay. Can I see any connection? Okay. Let's open this HTTP. So can you see this? Set cookie header. This was I was talking about. F5, when we have an HTTP profile, F5 gives an visibility of your packet, that what is coming in your cookie, and accordingly it will forward the traffic to that server. Can you see this HTTP packet? This is called your request and response header, guys. If you don't have HTTP profile, F5 will does not have a visibility of your HTTP packet. So there are 3 modes in this. So when I talk about in cookie mode, guys, I will go here. Now, one thing here I want to show, one last thing I want to show when I close this browser, guys. Quit. Now I will open again a browser. Now I will access that website. Now I will open, this is my Google Chrome. Now I will open Mozilla. 192.168 1.45. I will go into home. I will clear the cookies. I will clear cookies. Now I will refresh. It is still going into blue server. Just give me 1 minute. Sometimes I will just history clear browsing data. So I will just see, guys, if I clear the cookies, in that case, what was happening? I was accessing from one IP, it is going to the same server. But here, if I close the browser or clear a cookie, it will go to the another server. Now again, I clear the cookie. I will go to history tab, and I will clear, let's say, browsing data. I will refresh. Now I will close. Sometimes it shows the same entries, but it should show on the different server now. I will again clear it. It takes time and lab, but when you clear the cookie or when you close the browser, it will clear your data. See, guys. Now it has jumped to red server. So it depends on your browser cookie where F5 needs to send it. Previously, it was according to the IP address. If IP address was remaining same, it was going to the same server. But here, if you close the browser or if you open or clear the cookie, it will again choose your new server. Now, when I go here in cookie persistence, guys, when I go here in profile persistence, I will open cookie. In cookie, guys, there are 3 methods. HTTP cookie insert, HTTP cookie passive, and HTTP cookie read write. What is the difference between these 3? methods. So let's discuss these three methods which will get you more in detail. So when I talk about cookie persistence, guys, cookie persistence has three methods. First, HTTP cookie insert method. Second one is HTTP cookie rewrite. And last one is HTTP cookie passive. By default, what is the method it uses? Insert. So what is the difference between these three methods? Let's talk about. I will quickly draw a diagram for this and we will talk. So first method is your cookie insert. So in cookie insert, guys, can you see this? First TCP handshake is done, then get packet, get request of HTTP. I'm requesting index dot. In that case, F5 will send a traffic to the server. Now, when server is sending a response, guys, in that case, it will send a cookie also in response. So when F5 will send a request to client, it will send cookie. So what it is sending? Your server response plus there is a set cookie header. So this will be sent to your client and it will be stored in your browser, which I have shown it, guys. So next time if same client connects in, F5 will come to know this is for red server. I will send it to the red server. So what happens? Get packet comes, F5 will forward initially your get packet. See, initially TCP handshake is built, okay? There is no cookie first handshake. Then there will be HTTP simple request with no cookie because this is the first request. After that, F5 will forward the request to your server. Now server will reply. Now when F5 send a reply to the client, it will insert a cookie. After that, guys, next time when HTTP packet come in, it will have HTTP request plus cookie. Now F5 will check. Oh, it's fine. In that case, it will send to the same server, guys. So client first connects first time, web browser has still not received a cookie. Next time when F5 reply, it will insert a cookie. So big IP will insert a cookie with expiration value also. Can you see this? You have a pool member detail, expiration value also. So advantage of this cookie insert method is, guys, it does not need any changes on your server side. There is no request on server. That is an advantage of cookie insert. Simple. Next one is cookie pre-write. Please understand the difference. In this also, there will be a get packet. It is an F5. In this case, get request is sent. Now, guys, server is sending one blank cookie. Previously, in insert mode, server was not sending this. Server was just sending this response, and now F5 was sending one insert cookie to the client. But here, server is sending one blank cookie. Now F5 will get this. Now F5 will rewrite. Cookie rewrite means F5 will receive a blank cookie from server, then it will change to its own cookie with blank cookie and then forward to your client. So that is the difference between cookie insert, cookie rewrite, guys. Very, very important, guys. These are the three difference you need to understand. What is cookie insert? What is cookie rewrite? So in cookie rewrite, server is sending a blank cookie. Now F5 LTM will see this cookie and it will rewrite. It will modify it and then send to your client. In insert mode, nothing was happening. Your server was sending a reply to F5. F5 was inserting his own cookie. It's creating a new cookie and sent to the client. But here it's receiving a blank cookie. F5 is modifying it with its own cookie and sent to the client. But guys, here the dependency on server side. You need to tell server team that blank cookie needs to be created in specific format. Now, guys, if I talk about the last cookie, which is called cookie passive. In cookie passive, what will happen is we have client, we have F5, we have server. Client send an HTTP packet. F5 send this HTTP request packet. This is called request packet. And when server reply, that is called HTTP response packet. That is the difference between HTTP request versus HTTP response. In that case, guys, server will send a cookie. Then this cookie will forward directly to client. It will neither insert or neither rewrite. Whatever it receives from server cookie, it will send the same cookie to your client. It will not be modified or nothing will be done. Passive, that is why it is called passive. Whatever cookie it will receive from the server, F5 will take it and send to your client. Now client will store that cookie in its browser. Next time if same client connects, F5 will see that you have an HTTP request with cookie. It will send to the same server. But here also web server needs to be supporting this because cookie needs to be created in your web server. He will send a response plus cookie to F5 and cookie F5 will just forward this response plus HTTP cookie to client. That is the difference between insert, passive, and rewrite. So that is difference between different types of cookie persistence and what is the meaning of source address versus cookie persistence.